started here pretty soon.
We are started, Brian.
You already started, yeah. I'm late to the party.
Royce and I, like the blues. Blues.
It's a blue day.
It's a blue day.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna start off with some rudiments. We'll just do quarters, eighths, sixteenths, eighths, quarters, and triplets. We'll just play together as a unit. Down to eighths, quarters, and then triplets for basics. What note shall we do today? Let's do D. Got it? D. Okay. And so we'll just keep 4 on the floor and then snare and switch it up. You got it? You remember. Joan, you're kind of newish compared to the repeat offenders.
I can tell.
No, have you met Royce before, Joan? This is Royce.
Hi.
Royce, Joan. I think you've met Kevin before.
I don't think so. Oh, nice to
Oh,
meet you, John.
Joan, Kevin, you know Bill. And then we got Amy on drums. Yeah, we got Amy. Yeah, I don't know if you've met Amy. Have you met Amy? Have you met Amy?
Yes.
Okay. And then Sean on violin is Sean on violin. Okay. Let's do it. So we're gonna play quarter notes together for a measure, then we'll switch to H, just like how we do. Okay? Maybe go ahead and count us off and we'll get started. Okay, quarters. Eighths. Sixteenths. Eighths. Quarters. And then triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, quarters. Eighths. Sixteenths. Eighths. Nicely done. Okay, so that's our little warm up there. Okay, now we're gonna do some groove. So this one, we'll just do a groove warm-up real quick. So we're gonna start off by all playing the downbeat together, then the backbeat together, then the downbeats upbeat together, then the backbeats upbeat together, so on and so forth. Okay, so nice little warm-up. For stamina purposes, let's play an E minor chord. Very easy E minor chord. Yeah, make it nice and easy for ourselves. So basically, it's gonna go from like just a simple beat to a one drop, and then 4 on the floor. You remember from last time, right? Okay. So everybody together, we're gonna play on the downbeat. So that's on beat 1 and beat 3, playing that E minor chord. Shall we? Okay. Hit it, Amy. So downbeat only. Okay, now the challenge. Without missing a beat, let's switch from the downbeat to the backbeat. So switch. There it is. Now, unlike the drum that we play to at home, this one, Amy, she's gonna be switching with us. So the kick drum's gonna follow us. But listen to how it's on the snare drum. Yep. Okay, let's switch. Now we're on the downbeat again. Okay, switch. Down, back. Switch. Switch. Now it's a cruel joke because I know when we're gonna switch and you guys have milliseconds to change, so I get that, that's kind of tough. So we're on the backbeat right now. Let's switch. Back, down. Try to line it all up. There you go. Okay, now we're gonna play every single beat, so downbeat and backbeat. It's about as easy as it comes. Okay, now this is hard to do as a unit, but let's try to play only the downbeat starting now. Good, let's ramp it up and play every single beat again. Nice. Okay, let's try the opposite now. So let's try playing only the backbeat. Not bad, not bad. Okay. So now we're gonna make it a little bit more challenging. We're gonna be doing upbeats now. So we're gonna be doing what I call the downbeats upbeats. So the end of 1 and the end of 3. So we got 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. So get the kick right there. There it is. So that's the downbeats upbeat. That's downbeats, upbeat. All right, now the challenge is switching from the downbeats, upbeat to the backbeats, upbeat. Okay, so let's try to do it together. So downbeats, upbeat. So still, you got it, Amy. Okay, let's switch. So bum. Bum. There we go. Nice. Very good. working well, you should really feel it at the opposite of the downward motion. So it's kind of like training dance moves. Okay, here we go. Let's get ready. And let's switch. So down beats up right there. Down, up. Down, up. Tricky. You're doing great, Amy. It's hard to do. I was doing this last time with Brian on bass. Woo! These guys saw me suffering. Okay, so on the down beats up beat. Okay, switch. Down, up, back, up. So that beats up beat. There it is. Snare up. Snare up. There you go. Snare up. Snare up. You can always, what's kind of nice about this, if you need to use your eyes, just look at the reverberation of the kick drum. That's when you should be playing. Now this is a shortcut, but you can always do that. Okay, switch. Nice. Hey, we're getting in the groove now. That's okay, Royce. You got it. So the tricky thing is almost pretend that there's a pick on the top of your head, and that's what's strumming the chord. And a good strategy is, yeah, if you're having a hard time, up strum. Doesn't matter if you go up or down. You just gotta make sound at that rhythmic point. Okay, switch. Stabilize. There you go. Good job, gang. Switch. Again, it should be lining up with your upward motion. Switch. Easy enough, right? Okay, let's play every single upbeat. There it is. There it is. Yeah, we're rocking now. So again, the secret is stay grounded on the downbeats and backbeats. Okay, this is gonna be hard. Try doing downbeats, upbeat. Downbeat, upbeat. Yeah, it's hard. Good job, gang. All right, let's do the next level. Next level is gonna be a bit tough, Joan. If you get buried over here, that's okay. Just try to jump in when you can. Oftentimes, these things are easy when a unit is doing it. If it's just you and I, it's kind of tough. But if there's going to be a lot of instruments, especially bass certainly helps, it's going to help teach you where this rhythm is. So this first rhythm, let's do the E. So we're going to do the downbeats E. So an E sounds like this. So if we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's pretty sudden, but you'll catch it. So that's going to be called the downbeats E. Let's try. Just 8 notes is fine. Yeah, whatever you're comfortable with. Yeah, whatever's up to you. We're used to playing with 8 note in the hi-hat, but it shouldn't matter. Hit it, Amy. So this one's kind of funky. It kind of jumps out at you. Yeah, you got it, Joan. So this is kind of like a surprise in rhythm. That's how I personify it. It kind of jumps out at you. And that's the E. 1 E. 1 E. E. 1 E. Nice. So you're coming out of the rhythm. Try to stay grounded the whole time. Nice. Okay, hard part, gang. Switch. So you got snare. we still wound up on the downbeat C, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, you got it. Okay, everybody switch. There it is. Okay, so backbeat C. Sorry, a little confusing. This is hard. So snare E, snare E, snare E. Yeah. Again, it kind of jumps out at you. Not bad, not bad. Let's switch. That's progressively difficult now. Okay, we'll do a few more. Switch. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There it is. Nice. Good. Switch. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There it is. Nice. Switch. Switch. I'm getting you guys on the switches. There you go. Good recovery. Switch. Nice. Okay, let's shift gears and let's do the So we're gonna do the downbeats for a little bit, and then we'll move on to an actual groove game. So downbeats, that's gonna sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So it's kind of anticipating the next rhythm. That's it. Let's see how we can flow with that. No big deal if not. It's a hard rhythm. Okay, downbeats, I feel like you kind of fall into this rhythm. Nice. Go. Nice. There it is. Uh-huh. It's kind of rounded. Nice. Hey, you guys are a lot better at the than the E. Switch. So we got yeah. Yeah. Bryce, I like your groove, man. This looks good. Switch. So we got bottom, bottom. Bottom. Yep. You got it. There you go. Yep. Switch. Okay. There you go. Yeah, getting tighter. Nice. Switch. So we got da-dum, da-dum. Nice. Cool. Nice. Yeah, much better at the switch. Nice. So then it's kind of like you're dancing with your guitar a little bit, you know? So here you have your partner swinging to the right. Switch. Now you're swinging to the left, or whatever direction. And that's the secret to unlocking this so that you don't think about it. Sorry, I was a little late on that rhythm. Nice. Switch. Cool. Uh-oh. There it is. Cool. All right, let's take a break. Not bad. Woo. That gets me sweaty. Okay, so up next, let's do, let's build a groove. So we're gonna do an 8-beat groove. We will not do any 16th notes. It's only gonna be downbeats, backbeats, and upbeats. Because that's gonna get tough, I think. And thankfully Sean's not here to mess it up, so
spent like an hour on it.
That was one of my most proudest moments. Jeez, I wanted to throw in the towel when I was on drums, man. Whew. Okay, so we'll continue working with that note D from before. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, so we'll get to have 2 rounds. Maybe keep a kick drumless beat with just the snare. And so we'll add to you, yeah. So Amy's our timekeeper, thank you. And we'll start with Joan. So Joan, wherever you feel like putting a rhythm, that's where we're gonna start. Yep. Okay, all right, we got the downbeat. Okay, so how it's gonna go, this is the length of our rhythm. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we got Joan. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Joan. Okay. And we got Joan. All right. Royce, you're on beat 2. And so we got Joan. Okay, we got an upbeat. So if we just repeated that groove, it goes. I think that's what you played, right? 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh, we're all changing it up. That's okay. Yeah, okay, it's the upbeat. So we got this. There it is. So that's beat 2. And here we go. Nice. Yeah. This is like Britney Spears. Ah, yeah. Yeah.
Gotta wear the schoolgirl
Yeah,
clothes.
oops, I did it again. Okay, Bill, you're up on beat 3. Okay, another upbeat. Here we go. So we got Joan, Royce, Bill. Yeah, so we got Joan, Royce, Bill. Yeah. Oh, Kevin. All right. Ooh, spicy. So we got right?
Right.
Nice. It's kind of like poetry. Okay, so we got ba-da-da. Okay, Joan, you're on beat 4. I mean 5. Hey, okay, right there. We got it. Let's work on it. Yeah, that's okay. Bum, 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 da da da. Bum, 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 da da da. Bum, 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 da da da. Okay, it's getting tight. All right, Royce, you gotta add to it. Okay, cool. Nice. Oh, what was that, Bill? I wasn't paying attention. Stay upbeat. Woo! Okay, I'm not getting lost. It's really close to the end there. Okay, so let me see if I can recite what we have so far. So we got Royce, Bill, Kevin, Joan, Royce, Bill. Okay, so we got one more rhythm on Kevin, and then we got the loop. So we got ba 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 da 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 da. Okay, so we just gotta get that last rhythm. Ah, la bola. Okay, 3, 4, begin. Okay, so you got B4, okay. Alright, so this is the whole phrase. Here we go. Ah.
Oh, that's quick.
One extra beat. Wow.
There is one extra beat in there, huh?
There's one extra beat.
Where did we go wrong? Maybe we overlapped something. Okay, we'll delete whatever we did at the end there.
Mine was 3.5.
Yeah. Alright, let's sort it out. So we got ba, 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 da, 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 da. Oh, yeah. So somewhere in there, it was an elongated thing. That's okay. So we got the riff, so we got the idea. Okay, so let's try again. Everybody together. 2, 3, 4. I'm all confused too. Am I lopping something
I
off?
think it builds, but then mine would be an extra beat.
Right.
Because something's long, so we're just skipping mine.
Yeah.
We're looping it back.
Yeah,
around.
it should
Well, I
make
thought that
sense.
was on the 4 on the second bar. No?
No, we invaded it somewhere along the line.
Oh, okay.
That's okay, but I just gotta get the rhythm now.
That's it. Oh.
2, 3, 4. Ba, 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 da 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 da. And 1. Ah, I messed it up. Okay. Ba, 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 da 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 da. And 1. And we got it. Woo! Surprisingly difficult.
Much easier than last time, though.
What's that?
Much easier than last time.
You're 1,000 times
We
easier than last
did
time.
it in less than an hour, so that's a success.
Yeah. So now what we're gonna do next is gonna be a bit tricky, but we'll see if we can do it. So we're gonna try and build a sound from that D, and we'll just see. It's kind of like a Ouija board. So we're gonna start with D, and then the next note is whatever we want it to be. Okay. So let's actually do it one by one. So okay, we got D. What would the next note be after that, Joe? What would you like to play? So you can do like a fifth, an octave, a third, flat two, whatever you want. Okay, a fifth. So we got. Then Royce, what are you gonna play? Okay, all of that works. Okay, a four. So we got. Okay, now Bill's addition.
Two doesn't sound good.
So a two.
Yeah, sure.
So that's gonna be that cluster. I don't feel like breaking that one up. So we'll just go on that two. So we got root, fifth, fourth, two, two, two. Okay. Okay, an octave. Okay. Okay, so we got bum. Okay, my addition's gonna be this. That's a flat seven. So we got root, fifth, fourth, two, 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 eight, flat seven. And I think one more item, right? Flat seven, you got it, Joe? So wherever seven is, let's go flat seven. Yeah, that's a flat seven right there.
Oh yeah, for 7, 8.
Yeah, there you go. Makes sense, right?
Yeah, thanks.
So we got, yeah. Okay, that's the last note, right? We gotta put a last note in there. I highly recommend the fifth as the last note. So it pulls us back to the one. So it sounds like this. Yep. Okay, now I got a real fun one that we're gonna do. We're gonna solo over this riff. Yeah. So the band will be playing this riff, and we'll be soloing over the top. Now, keep this in mind for those of you who know modes. What mode are we in? Any idea? There's a flat seven. That's a big hint.
Yeah.
Mixolydian would be the call there, but the thing is, we don't have a third. So it could be Mixolydian, it could be Aeolian, could be Dorian, because we don't have a third. Now, if the song went like this, now we have a third in there, and that makes it Mixolydian. So there's actually a lot of options here. So the different keys you can play in, we could be playing in the key of G. Yeah, this is actually a pretty good thing to unpack real quick. Hopefully the whiteboard can work, otherwise. So I'll just basically give you all the different key signatures we can be playing in over this riff. And it's going to be kind of fun because it's going to change. So yeah, fifth, fourth, a third or a sixth. Okay, so you can play in the key signature of G. You can play in the key signature of E. You could play in the key signature of F. You could play in the key signature of B flat. This would be a Phrygian sound. F would be a minor sound. G would be a Mixolydian sound. And E would be a Dorian sound. So take what you will from that. Too much?
What's that to fuss again?
Fifth. So without having that third, it really gives a lot of options. So for example, I could go. Or I could go. Again, it sounds lame on bass, but those are all your options. You can either play in the key of G, key signature of G, key signature of E, key signature of F, or key signature of B flat. Whatever you like. But keep in mind, pentatonics won't really work all that well over this if you're trying to get that sound. So you want to get all the in-between notes.
What work over?
All of those keys. If you just play only pentatonic, it's not going to have the same effect. So you're going to want to play the diatonic notes. You guys want to give it a whirl? I just came up with this just now. We'll see how it goes. So let's have you, Royce, start off with the soloing. You can pick whatever key signature you're comfortable with. G major, E major, F major, B flat major. Take your time, get yourself set. But keep in mind, you're going to want to grab those extra notes, right? That's really important. Yeah. Yeah, always. Yeah. Just to make it simple. Because technically we're in the key of D something.
I was going to ask, we're in the key of D.
We're in the key of D something. We're either in D Mixolydian, D Dorian, D minor, or D Phrygian. Because that's our fundamental note. That's our tonic note. But that's a lot of gymnastics, because then you gotta go, okay, if it's Phrygian, it's this. But if you just simply think about it as the key of B flat, it's so much simpler. So those are your cheat sheets, guys. Yeah.
I'm trying my best.
Yeah. So which one are you going for?
B flat, I think.
Oh, so it's B flat minor. You're gonna want to.
Oh, B flat. Oh, yeah.
So you got it. Just slide it down 3 frets and play the same thing.
Okay.
You've also got a sweet chorus reverb delay going on your amp, so.
That's what that was.
Turn that up more, yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely turn that up more. Turn the FX level up more. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're.
So Royce, take what you're playing and slide it down 3 frets. Yeah. Yeah. So now you're in B flat. But make sure you're playing in between notes. Again, I treat everything like it's a major key. I know that's inconvenient if you're a minor guy.
I'm a minor guy, so I think backwards.
No. The key of B flat, you'll get a Phrygian sound.
Oh.
You don't have to do.
Okay.
Yeah. Because if you want that, it's D everything. It's D Phrygian, D Dorian, D. Yeah, just follow that key signature and you'll be okay. Okay, let's try. Nice. Nice, do you hear that? It sounds very Spanish. So that's D, we're doing D, Sean, so D the 5th. nice. I don't think I ever taught you about modes, but you're in a...
It's working.
Yeah, it's kind of neat though, right? It's a new flavor. Nice. I had you muted. Okay, let's give Bill a chance. So pick any one of those if you like. So the key signature of G, key signature of E. So what are you? Think out loud for me. What do you got? So D diatonic will not work at all because we're not in a major. It's not D major. Is that Dorian? Off of D? Off of D? No. The key signature of E. I'm sorry, this is confusing you. If you're gonna do modal, can we stop real quick? If we're gonna do anything modal, it's gonna be D mixolydian, D Dorian, D minor, or D Phrygian. What I have on the left is what the parent key would be. So if you just solo in the key signature of G, you're gonna get a mixolydian sound. If you just solo in the case of Royce, he was playing in B flat. He was getting a Phrygian sound. So therefore, he's playing D Phrygian. This is super confusing stuff, unnecessarily. So I always get frustrated with this. But yeah, the sound is what I'm trying to get you guys to explore. So yeah, that's fine. But you got the riff?
Is the flat 7 a C?
Yes.
I got it.
Okay.
Just had to show you.
Okay, want to give it a whirl, Bill? What's your course of action? D Dorian. So essentially you'd be playing in E major scale. Perfect. Yeah, that sounds great. Okay, shall we, gang? Let's play the riff. Lots of work out here. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Nice. Okay, let's give Kevin a whirl. So you did a Dorian sound there. Yeah. So you're essentially just playing an E scale. That's all that you're doing. So the problem with playing modally though is that we generally get locked into our little octave. So if you think about the bigger key signature, it's easier to move around the neck, in my opinion. Okay, Kevin, you're up.
So if I play the G major scale, I'll be playing G mixolydian in the key of D, or the D mixolydian.
You'd be playing D
D
mixolydian.
mixolydian.
Yeah.
So just, I can just use the notes of the G major scale.
Correct.
But it's making that noise.
Correct.
I'm off to the races.
Wait.
Let's.
I think you're playing in D major starting on a G? Or G major starting on
Now
a G?
you're losing me.
Okay, let me convert. He's playing G major starting on a D.
Okay.
If you want to make it real simple. So think about the key signature. It just has a sharp, F sharp. Just have a ball and have an F sharp. That's all you gotta do to get that sound. Okay. Here we go. Kevin's gonna give us an expose in Mixolydian.
That's what I'm gonna do.
1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. That's sounding better. There it is. Good. Okay, good. Now, a trippy thing would be is if you have an idea and you kind of play, this is what's phrasing. This might be something that we might want to explore on an individual lesson. But you can weave in and out of these different flavors. So like you can play a little bit in the key signature of G. You can play in your G major scale for a little bit, say what you got to say, pause, shift gears, and then play in the key signature of E. You can do all of this in real time. So you'll be kind of almost like an octopus changing color. It's really neat. If I had a guitar, I'd kind of show you, but...
You mean actual key signature of E, 4 sharps all of a
Yep,
sudden?
yep. But you gotta breathe. No, it doesn't break the rules.
Oh, okay.
Because that riff right there has holes in it. There's no 6 and there's no 3. Can you see that riff? There's no 3rd and there's no 6.
That's good enough.
Does that help? He's doing like wizardry.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're very easily to do.
Oh, I see it now. Okay. Got
Yeah,
it.
there's no 3rd and there's no 6, so therefore all these different keys can exist. There's more to that than just that, but that's just what we're working with today. Okay, Joan, batter up. My recommendation is just play G scale.
Okay.
You know, your home key.
I can do that.
So if you focus on the higher strings rather than the lower strings, it sounds better. So you know, like the high E and the B string. So for example, if
Yeah,
you're
so-
warming up, it's something how it was.
Yeah.
Focus on the last three strings.
Right here. Oh, here.
Because it's on higher notes when you're scrolling. Yeah. And then don't forget about these two in between notes.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, it goes well. Alright. Yeah, that's all it takes.
Okay.
Yep. Sounds right. You got it. Nice, that already sounds good. Okay, you guys ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Nice. You got it. So this is a comparable sound to what you had, Kevin. Same flavor. Nice. Let's give Sean a whirl. Not bad, Joan. So that's the power of having a solid groove behind you. Like almost anything you do is gonna sound awesome. Hopefully you felt it. I felt it. It sounded good. Okay, Sean, what's gonna be your rationale? What key signature? Or you just want to see what happens? Okay, B flat, why not? So it's gonna have a similar vibe to what Royce had produced earlier. Count us out, baby. Big boo-boo here, guys. Nobody caught this. So we have a normal 2. We cannot have Phrygian. So can you erase B flat?
I was like, okay.
Yeah, I caught that earlier. I didn't want to say anything. I was thinking that the whole time.
Thanks for not making me look bad.
No, it's all good, man.
Yeah, Royce sounded pretty good though, right? And so that's an interesting phenomenon because
Yeah, you got that. I was like, yeah, let's just add some salt.
so I set you up for failure, Royce. But the interesting thing there is that you can kind of force the flavor on top of it, even though it kind of clashes. That's why it didn't sound horrendous, but we had one note that was essentially out of key. Oh, that's the magic sauce. It makes it really tolerable, huh?
That's jazz, baby.
So I'm surprised I didn't catch that, but that I was like, So yeah, we have a 2 defined, so therefore we cannot have Phrygian because Phrygian has a flat 2.
Yeah, we got a lot of 2s.
Yeah, a lot of natural 2s. So yeah, my bad, gang. So Phrygian doesn't work. Let's try it again. So no B flat for you there.
Oh, same thing, no B flat?
You just can't play the key signature of B flat. You can either do the key signature of G, E, or F. Okay, everybody's been milking Mixolydian.
Oh, you want me to switch?
I kinda. Try F minor. Yeah. That's right up your alley.
What key signature is that? G sharp?
It has 1 flat.
B flat?
No. F minor. A flat.
A flat.
It has 4 flats. Yeah, F minor. It has 4 flats. It's a key signature of A flat, which has 4 flats. Okay, let's party. Yeah. Go ahead and hit it. Okay, maybe pick something a little bit more conservative. Okay, pause. What's your rationale? What's happening? Think out loud so I can help you.
Not F minor.
Not F minor.
No. I want to say the 2 notes in there don't fit.
D minor. D minor. D minor would work, so
Yeah, but without...
key of F. You're just playing the key signature of F, 1 flat. That's it. Just 1 flat. It's not F minor. Just it's the key signature of D minor.
Oh, I thought you said F minor.
I did mistakenly. I'm doing the same mistake Bill did. He's looking at that going, oh, F minor. No. My own wrote notes to myself. No, don't do that. Don't do that. So key signature of F, aka D minor. Okay, let's try again. Sorry, gang. Troubleshooting. This is gonna be a fun session today, huh?
Hear that one.
Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, solo shot. Come on, all you. Don't try to be so jagged.
Okay, Sean.
Yeah. When soloing, you're melody. Yeah. So let her rip. Yeah, you were like all into the groove. So when you're grooving, that's the time to groove. And ultimately, when improvising later, you do want to keep groove in mind. You kind of always want to keep that going, right? But if you're too jagged right out of the way, nobody's gonna know you're soloing. Yeah, nobody's gonna know you're singing. Okay, cool little experiment. Just wanted to go around and show you guys these different flavors. Now the secret here is, even though you're in these different key signatures, do realize that D, whatever note that is, if it's the 2, if it's the 6, or whatever it is, that's actually what's home. So if you're sitting there and trying to play the key signature of G, and you're trying to make G sound like it works, that's not going to have the ultimate tonic function sound. It's only D is going to sound like home. Yeah, but all of those things work. So just kind of a little experiment there, just so that you guys can see. If I could solo on bass guitar, I'd show you kind of how the flavors can change.
You want to switch real quick?
Sure. Okay.
With the mask?
All right. I'm loving this.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, jazz pick. Nice.
Oh, that is voices.
Oh.
I'm the guy who forgets my picks now. Alright, well don't get too comfortable.
I promised I wouldn't do this. Okay, guys, let's hit it. Same thing. And I want you guys to listen to me manipulate the sound and change it from a Mixolydian sound to a Dorian sound to an F sound, F minor sound. Okay, let's do it. Hit it, Amy. Oh, it should be C. Okay, so that's me. Pretty much every cycle I was trying to switch to a different thing. And anyway, I messed this up on Dorian. It should have been the key of C. I messed this up. So it shouldn't be an E, it should be a C. I instantly recognized that. So erase E and replace it with C. Now we're all square. So I've been sabotaging us from day one. Sorry guys. Thank you, Kevin. Of course. Hopefully you could hear those different kind of changes. I don't think I did it really well, but hopefully I was making it obvious. Subtle differences.
Will you not be the same? I hope so.
So the idea there is that those holes, it's almost like, I don't know if you guys ever watched Jurassic Park, but they're talking about how like they clone the dinosaurs, but they don't have the complete DNA chain, so they fill it in with frog DNA. So the things I'm filling in are the 3rd and the 6th. because those aren't there. So I can replace it with a minor third or a minor six or a major third or a major six. But again, that's just translating from playing key signature of G, key signature of C, key signature of F. Also known as D Mixolydian, D Dorian, and D minor.
Oh, I get it. So the third is either F or F sharp.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, it's whatever it is, or flat or sharp. Yeah. C or
C sharp.
B or B flat.
That's a 7, yeah.
Yeah, B or B flat. Okay, that was sufficient jamming, I think. I sufficiently steered us in the wrong way many times, so I guess Mixolydian was the only one that worked, which is why everybody gravitated towards that.
Because we all knew, Brian.
Yeah, everybody knew. Dang it. Okay, so what's coming up next? We got a couple minutes left, so let's do some music. Let's do we got the Kevin Blues shuffle. That's
That's all I know, baby. The blues.
let's do Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. So F and G, right? 4 chord, 1 to 5 chord. Now here you go again, you say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to bring you down? It's only right that you can play the way you feel it. But listen carefully to my voice. Like a heartbeat drives you mad. The stillness of remembering what you had, what you love, what you had, and what you love. Thunder only happens when it's raining. Only love you when they're raining. Baby, they will come and they will go. Nice. When the rain washes you, clean your nose. Okay, so after each verse, I'm gonna have somebody solo. So we'll start with Sean on violin. We're in the key of C. Okay, back to verse. Go again. sing. There you go. Nice. Okay, I'm just gonna do choruses. Thunder only happens when it's raining. When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. Thunder only happens when it's raining. Washes you clean, you'll know. All right, Bill. All right, chorus. Thunder only happens when it's raining. Sailors only love you when they're playing. Say, women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. All right, Kevin, you're up. All right, chorus. Thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Say, women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. All right, Joan, you're up. Kissy. Okay, she's passive. All right, I'll solo. So here's what I want you guys to do. Very softly play F, and very softly play G. Yeah. And I want to show you something, and this is something that we're gonna do together. And at some point, start bringing up the volume. Try to build it up. So if I was playing behind you guys, I might do something like this. Nice. Okay, so let's try that. Well, I'll play soft for a little while Sean solos. right, and we got Royce on lead. Predictable, but that's okay. All right, we're gonna quiet down for Bill. Okay, so that's just like a little game in dynamics, right? And so sometimes having that almost, it's called a crescendo, where it starts getting louder, like even if there's nothing really going on, it kind of sells the idea that, whoa, we've arrived, right? So kind of clearing the way.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Is it typically the person doing the solo to commence the crescendo, or is it typically
depends.
the band? It depends, right?
Yeah, it depends.
It's all up to them.
If you have a good synergy with your team, they'll read your mind.
Okay.
And they'll know like your tropes. And again, some of this can be premeditative. So for example, Amy plays bass in one of my bands, and I feel like the band that I have with her, we have a pretty good synergy. But in rehearsals, we'll also, this is more of my doing, I'll go, okay, so I'm gonna kind of ad-lib a little bit, but I'm gonna talk about this kind of stuff. So you can translate that to musical terms and be like, okay, I'm gonna be over here, and then when I play stuff over here, that means we're coming around the bend, right? So you can kind of have a little bit of a game plan going into it. But what I noticed, specifically when you were playing, you started to play more intensely, so I was like, oh, okay, I guess let's do it. So then I tried to lead the charge there and start playing louder. So, I mean, it's up to the vibe, the jam, you know.
From a classical perspective, incredibly scripted. It's usually written where we're supposed to do it.
Right.
But the other side of that is, depending on who you're playing with, there are tells. If you look at each other and kind of, give one of these, it's like, oh, get one.
Yeah.
You might look at them and,
right.
It's like the book my parents used to give me when I was making trouble, and they'd be like, hey, I'm gonna beat your ass right now.
My mom on the phone, somehow she could like snap and point at the same time, be like, I don't know how she did it.
That'll be the next time when I'm jamming out with my friends. I'll be like, I'm coming back up, come on!
Yeah.
There are tells, and then if you know who you're playing with, even within the scripted parts, we kind of look at, the solo's always loudest,
Right.
Well, sometimes the solo drops down and the harmony comes louder. If you play with someone long enough, you just kind of know.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a synergy. It's almost like team sports. So I grew up playing a lot of soccer. And so, yeah, you somehow just start to know where everybody is, and you can predict each other's movements. And so the same can happen in a jam. Yeah. So the answer is, there is no answer. It's whatever you want it to be.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Whatever sounds good.
Whatever sounds
If
good.
someone messes up, you know, thank God.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Stop playing and call him out publicly.
right. Oh.
No,
Oh.
that's rock and roll and metal only.
Okay, so I have a story about that real quick. I don't want to commandeer this with personal time, but Sean is in another band of mine. This is the video game band.
Discord?
We are on Discord, right? No, this moment I played at an open mic, and this has been, to me, I hate playing at open mics because it's kind of beneath me, is what I think. But that's just my own personal issue with it. Anyway, so I'm doing an open mic with the video game band. This is before you were in our band.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this is before you. And to me, if you've ever been to an open mic, if you haven't, open mics are like notoriously really bad, which is probably why I don't like going to them. There are some good ones, but most of them aren't, right? So I'm already like, oh boy, it's kind of like watching. It's fun because people are like getting up there and they're building their experience, but
Always someone who sucks more than you.
almost always, almost always, if you need a confidence boost, almost, right? So we agreed to do this open mic. We're gonna do 3 songs. So already there, I'm like, okay, I gotta bring all this equipment just to do 3 songs. I'm like, eh. Okay, so we start playing a song, and the keyboard player was 2 chords behind where we were. We got a 4-chord progression. So we were here, he was there. And when we moved here, he would move there. And this proceeded for like a minute, which probably felt like 5 hours on stage. But I call that the dog chasing the tail, right? I'm pretty good at recognizing, like, okay, this is happening. How do I salvage this? So I'm like trying to like, instead of changing chords, I'm staying on the chord. But the rest of the band is moving along with chords. Keyboard player is still 2 chords ahead. And I'm staying on the 1 chord trying to be like, and this is the beginning. No, okay, now this is the beginning. And it just wasn't working, right? And there's like 3 people out in the audience. There's nobody there. It's a glorified rehearsal is basically what it is, right? And I couldn't see this ending at all. Like there was no way for me to pull it back together, right? So I kind of was like, I was going like, let's just finish this, like just end the song. You know, it's kind of like merging into traffic. You just merge out. That's it. Just get off. So most of the band got my memo. Keyboard player still steaming along. So drummer does his fill, kind of ends. Other guitarist kind of ends. Bass. Well, we didn't have a bass player at the time. That's probably the problem. Anyway, so we all drop out, and keyboard player's still going. And he just it's dead quiet, and he drops the loudest F-bomb. What the fuck? And I'm like, and he's like really upset at me, and like his rationale was like, you never stop. And I'm like, yes, but only if we're on the same page, you know. So, and that was only like 4 years ago. So, yeah.
Was it a song we would know? Or
No, it's just like an original, yeah. Yeah, it's something that we had rehearsed, and it was like kind of polished and perfected, but we got off on the wrong page, and it just wasn't salvageable. But anyway, calling people out on stage, yeah. So my takeaway from that was, whoever was wrong or right, I mean, that is not cool. But lo and behold, I became the thing that people watched. I bombed real bad. Which is fine, but it's just like, it was funny. Anyway, calling people out on stage. Literally. Bless his heart, I miss him. He's in Alaska now, keyboard player. But we've overcome that a long time ago, so it's all good. But that was fun. Okay, we got a couple minutes left, so maybe let's do a blues jam. So let's do it in A. So the chords are going to go A to D. Can somebody else help me with this? I always forget. So we got A, yeah, we got 1, A, D, A, E, D, A. Right? So we're going to do A. And then we're going to go D. Back to A. Now we're going to do E to D, A, and this is a turnaround. And then back to the beginning, A. is the blues purist.
Look, man, it's called 12 bar blues. You play for 12 bars. That's what I'm trying to say.
This is
We're out of time, so we're gonna do this.
right. I want 10.
10 bar blues.
Yeah. Fine with me, okay. I like Royce's style. Okay, Bill, you're gonna lead the charge. So keep in mind, you're gonna be soloing in A minor, which is the same as C major, pentatonic.
Pentatonic is drum 3 and 5. What's the two jagged notes?
Take out B and F. B and F, yeah. The half steps. Sean. Oh, you already did? Oh, you did, yeah. Sorry, Bill. I'm the most terrible band leader there is. So good job, everybody. Your staminas. Wow, congratulations. That was pretty long, intense playing today. But that's all the time we got. We got to clear out of here, and I'll see you when I see you next. Good job, gang.
Woo!
Yeah.
Good job, everyone.
Thank you.
Mission accomplished.
Thank you, Andy, for drumming.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.